In June 2016, Global One sent out a small team to Lebanon to carry out research on the water, sanitation and hygiene needs of refugee women living in refugee camps. They would also distribute hygiene kits containing essential personal hygiene items to provide a little comfort and dignity in this time of crisis. First, we met with our distribution partners URDA, who are the biggest umbrella organisation for more than 85 NGOs in Lebanon. They work in 6 different areas: relief, shelter, healthcare, psychosocial support, education and sponsorship. Once after carefully selecting the most essential items to go into each kit, we were finally able to see the finished product. Each kit contained a towel, shampoo, shower gel, soap, a comb, a torch, baby wipes, toothbrush and toothpaste, and last but not least, sanitary products. Later that day, we travelled from Beirut to Mount Lebanon to visit the Aramoun compound. This camp accommodated mostly widows and orphans. Due to its concrete structure, it was considered to be a luxury camp for refugees in Lebanon.
Most of the ladies here are, how do you say it?
Widowed.
Widowed, exactly. And other cases, special cases, they have lost their husbands, or they don't have any info about their husbands. One of the projects we have here in Aramoun, it's called Women Empowerment. So they give for all the ladies they don't have academic preparation. So we give them computer science languages. We have like secretary courses. So this compound, it's a stone structure. It's like small apartment. So we're gonna visit one of this apartment to see how is it from inside. So shall we?
We met with Aya. We were surprised to learn that she taught herself fluent English whilst being a refugee in Aramoun compound.
In English?
Okay, come to my house to know. To know it. Okay, to know it. This is my sister's daughter. Oh, okay. My name is Aya, and my age is 15 years old.
And how long have you lived here for?
Like 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years. Okay. And what do you do here? What?
In school days, I was going to school first, and then I came back. I did my homework. I helped my mom with housework. Then I have those guys. I have a course for them, so I teach them, and they love me so much.
They knock the door every day, like 15 minutes time.
Yeah. Miss, when you will practice us? We want to practice. The party is closed. we want, yeah.
That's
Because I live here in
You live here?
Yeah,
Okay.
in this building.
So do you live on your own or with family?
No, with my family.
With your family?
This is my mother, and there is my father and 2 sisters.
2 sisters. And for water, you can get water easily?
Oh, yeah, but it's in Syria. It's how I will say it. We have it without buying it.
Yes.
But here we have to buy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that also for like washing with water? You have to buy that water as well?
No, this water
Okay.
is
Yeah. Okay. And do you have enough water to practice ghusl and wudu? You have enough water to do these things? Yeah? Okay. And how is like water and cleaning different from to here and then in Syria?
In the first place I lived on it here in Lebanon, the water was full of salt. It's from the sea to the house. So we even don't wash our hands with soap because it doesn't work.
Because it's salty.
Yeah.
Soap and shampoo and things.
From the market and close to here.
Okay.
But because you see the road, okay, it's long to. I mean, I can't go to there in my own.
Yeah.
So we are sitting here and never go out there. Except for Ida. I'm talking Arabic with English.
That's
together.
okay.
Except for if I'm going with my mother or father, I can.
Okay, but otherwise you stay here. Otherwise you stay here. And so you share this room with you and your sister?
And my
sister.
Yeah.
Lovely.
In Syria too, we was sharing the
Sharing a
same
room. Okay.
Yeah, but we have we have a bed in Syria.
Okay.
Here we don't, because even if we have money to buy it, it's so small.
Yeah.
Okay.
After being given a tour of the accommodation and the activity rooms downstairs, we then carried out our first distribution of 100 hygiene kits to the women and girls living in the compound. We're on our way to Bir Ilyas to carry out the distributions.
It's in the Bekaa Valley region of Lebanon, which is close to the Syrian border, and it's the most densely populated area of Syrian refugees in Lebanon.
Sawa will also be there carrying out the surveys and the questionnaires to our beneficiaries.
And hopefully we can interview some of the 400 women that we'll be distributing to if they're willing to speak to us.
Despite it being Ramadan, during which time these women would be tired and fasting, they still gathered and anxiously waited in the 30-degree heat to receive a kit. Their name and number of their caravan would be ticked off before they collected kits for themselves and their family members. We carried out our first interview at Bir Ilyas with a woman named Fatima. After finishing the survey, we asked Fatima if she had any more questions, to which she responded with telling us that her 12-year-old daughter still wets the bed. When we asked her when this problem had started, she told us of a specific incident which occurred back in Syria.
She saw something terrible and horrible in Syria when she was there. She saw a dead man down in the rain.
She was 8 and she fainted there, and it's been happening since then.
Yeah.
On our last day, we went back to the URDA office to meet with Ala. She is a qualified psychiatrist providing psychosocial support in the form of counselling and activities within the refugee camps.
Out of the project that we're doing for female hygiene kits, how do you think that this will affect or improve the women's confidence or sense of self?
We were talking about it, and we wanted the distributions to be part of the women empowerment the project, so it can be like part of it from you guys. Honestly, because we've never distributed something like that. If we've done it, I think it was like a really long time ago. So the fact that they were recognized in such a way, I think it does really like give them the idea that, well, we do see that they are there, and that they need these issues because we are asked about them, so they are needed. That's number one. When it comes to like faith and religion, the supervisors that give the sessions, they're already like really religious. So like we start with little Quran in the beginning, we end with like the little hadith that ends the session. There's the general hadith for that. We did a specific curriculum for Ramadan, where it works on them memorizing a specific surah from the Quran, like from the beginning to the end, them understanding the meanings. So these are like, they're not really implemented as an activity, but they're like implemented or included as like general values. So we have a breakfast together. Okay, so we're definitely going to start with Bismillah, right?
Sure.
So it's not that it's something that we give, it's something that we try to like incorporate unconsciously. So for it to be like a habit, or not really a habit as in them not knowing the meaning, but a way of life. So that's in general, that's it.
How important do you think this aspect is within your sessions? Do you think that without it, it would have a negative impact?
I'm not really sure if without it would have a negative impact.
Or it would be less effective?
Yes, it would be less effective because they come from like a Muslim background. I mean, especially the kids. So the kids, like, when they talk about their past with their parents, they would tell you stories of them going to the mosque and them all praying the Friday prayer. So it's like part of their lives there already. So us not giving it for them, it will leave a gap. So we give it for them so that they can like feel complete again, and then they're not that far away from things that they used to do back home. So it's like part of preserving culture and like maintaining something like stability.
And have you found with other NGOs, not NGOs that you part with, but in other camps, that they don't take into account these religious and cultural views?
Exactly, they don't, because like we have the NGOs that work in Lebanon that are really diverse, Christians, Jews, so it's different.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not only Muslim NGOs that are working. So I'm not gonna say that it's something missing and it's something to be like to fault them, but it's different. Let's say it's just
Do you
values.
think that connects the beneficiaries more to your...
I think it does. I mean, when we say Bismillah, they know that they say Bismillah. I mean, unconsciously, it is a connection. It is a connection. Like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I say the same thing.
On days like this, my stomach folds into itself, reminiscent of when I picked the dried clothes of pegs in the garden and folded them religiously. I can only say now I've been left in the heat too long. My skin is curdling and my soul has shriveled now. I'm sure it's my time. But blood comes at no right time. I learnt this when I saw my brother die, or when the time the shells hit my neighbour's house and burst a vein in my lower thigh. But when we first got to the camp, I bled for a week. But I do not see the need. We bleed to remove impurities, but what's left of me isn't the blood that left my arm in Aleppo, the blood that bubbled out of my throat in Ashur in Greece, enough to purify me.
As our trip came to an end, we couldn't forget the truly heartwarming response we received from providing women and girls with just a small box containing everyday essential items. The women were extremely touched as they smiled and graciously accepted their hygiene kits amidst the drama and suffering they had endured. The need for hygiene essentials is paramount, as without these items, women and girls become vulnerable to infection and disease due to resorting to desperate measures to manage their periods. For girls, the absence of hygiene products during their period forces them to miss out on any vital education available in the camps simply because they don't have the means to manage their personal hygiene. This in turn makes it difficult for them to be able to pursue their dreams to the best of their ability. Although the distribution came to an end, our work at Global One continues.